The MBT-70 was an American-West German joint project to develop a new main battle tank during the 1960s. The MBT-70 was developed by the United States and West Germany in the context of the Cold War, intended to counter the new generation of Warsaw Pact tanks developed by the Soviet Union. The new tank was to be equipped with a number of advanced features such as newly developed kneeling hydro-pneumatic suspension and housing the entire crew in the large turret, and was armed with a 152mm XM150 gun and launcher, which could use both conventional ammunition and the Shalala missile for long-range combat. The United States continued development of the MBT-70 until 1971 when the program was finally cancelled, with funds and technology from the MBT-70 project redirected to the development of the M1 Abrams. West Germany independently developed the Leopard 2 as its new main battle tank. In the early 1960s, the German Leopard 1 and the US M60 were the newest main battle tanks in their respective countries' service. Despite these measures, conflicts between the differing engineering practices of each country plagued the MBT-70 project throughout its development. Arguments arose over almost every part of the design, the gun, the engine, and the use of both metric and SAE units in the separately manufactured components of the tank. Many features of the MBT-70 were ahead of their time. The suspension could be raised or lowered on command by the driver, down to put the bottom of the tank just over 4 inches from the ground, or up to 28 inches for cross-country running. The MBT-70 was designed with a low silhouette, unlike the M60, one of the tallest tanks ever built. The MBT-70 ended up very low, just over 6 feet from the floor to the turret roof. The MBT-70's main armament was a stabilized XM150 152mm gun/launcher, a longer-barreled and improved variant of the XM81 gun/launcher used in the light M551 Sheridan and the M60A2 Starship. In the 1960s, the effective combat range of the 105mm L7 tank gun was considered to be about 1,800 meters. Another new feature of the ammunition was that the tank rounds were caseless, i.e., they had combustible cases. The Germans were planning to use the MBT-70 in combination with the Keiler, a tank equipped with a Rheinmetall 120mm smoothbore gun. According to the German plans, the MBT-70 would destroy enemies at long ranges, while the Keiler would have an effective combat range of up to 2,000 meters. The secondary armament of the MBT-70 consisted of a remote-controlled 20mm RH-202 autocannon for use against aircraft and light armored vehicles. The ammunition load of the MBT-70 prototype seen in the Deutsches Panzermuseum consists of 42 tank rounds, 6 Shalala missiles, 660 20x139mm cannon rounds and 2,707.62 x 51mm NATO machine gun rounds. The outer layer was made of high-performance armor developed in the United States and incorporated in the mid-1960s in the design of the MBT-70. The frontal arc of the MBT-70 was protected against 105mm APDS ammunition fired from 800 meters distance. 2 watertight armored transverse bulkheads separated the crew in the center from the multiply rubber fuel tank in the front compartment and the engine compartment in the rear. To save weight, aluminum was used for the engine compartment floor, and for access doors on the engine deck. The MBT-70 was protected against electromagnetic pulses and nuclear, biological and chemical weapons as well. The tank's low silhouette, which could be lowered from 2.59 meters to only 1.99 meters, was also a large advantage. Compared to the M60 tank, the MBT-70 had a lower profile. With the hydro-pneumatic suspension lowered, it was also smaller than the Leopard 1, which gave the MBT-70 a better hull-down position. The MBT-70 was capable of reaching a top speed of 43 miles per hour, and maintained a higher level of mobility than any tank of its time. The tank proved to have better mobility than the M60, it was considerably faster, both in all-out speed and with about 3 times the acceleration. A year behind schedule, the US and Germany debuted their MBT-70s publicly in October 1967. The German demonstration in Augsburg ended prematurely. Smoke poured out of the tank after the turret's hydraulics malfunctioned. Observers were nonetheless impressed, and German officials said the tank was on track to replace all M48 patterns of the Bundeswehr by 1972. The caseless design made conventional tank rounds too vulnerable to water. Another problem of the MBT-70 was the increasing weight. In order to power the tank at the required speed, a turbine engine was developed for the original American model. Turbine engines need very clean air, and the quantities of dust churned up by tank operations proved problematic. Commentators on the MBT-70 typically assert that though it was innovative in many respects, the project was ruined by the use of too many untried and unproven technologies. Senator James W. Fulbright commented that to drive an MBT-70, a master's degree from a technical institute would be required. Originally, the planned costs of the MBT-70 project were as low as $80 million, but in 1969 the project had already cost $303 million. Despite these compromises, the XM803 design began to match the MBT-70 in complexity as development progressed, and was ultimately marked for cancellation by Congress in December 1971. The XM803 program was officially deactivated on June 30, 1971, and its budget redistributed to the entirely new XM1 design project, which